The story of the Spanish Armada is a tale of ambition, conflict, and transformation. The year was 1588, a time when two of Europe's largest naval powers, England and Spain, were on a collision course. At the heart of this grand conflict were two dominant rulers, King Philip II of Spain and Queen Elizabeth I of England. In the late 16th century, Europe was a continent rife with religious and political tensions. Spain, under the devout Catholic King Philip II, was determined to restore Catholicism to Protestant England. The rivalry had also economic and colonial undertones, as both nations vied for dominance in the New World. Philip devised a bold plan to invade England. He constructed one of the largest fleets ever assembled, the Spanish Armada, which was tasked with transporting an army across the Channel and dethroning Elizabeth. Meanwhile, England's Queen Elizabeth was keenly aware of the approaching threat. She knew her country's survival depended on the sea. Under her command, English shipbuilders crafted agile and heavily armed warships that could outmaneuver the cumbersome Spanish galleons. As the Spanish Armada set sail from Lisbon, England scrambled to gather intelligence and prepare for the inevitable confrontation. Spies, navigators, and military strategists all played their part in readying the nation for war. The weather, always a fickle force at sea, began to turn. Strong winds delayed the Armada, redirecting its course into hostile waters. Nature was about to play a crucial role in the unfolding drama. In July 1588, the Armada was sighted off the coast of Cornwall. English forces, led by experienced captains like Sir Francis Drake, launched their attack. The English fleet, faster and more maneuverable, engaged in hit-and-run tactics, constantly harassing the Spanish vessels. The narrow passage of the Strait of Dover became a strategic focal point. Here, the Channel's strong currents could work for or against either side, adding a layer of complexity to the already fraught naval engagement. The decisive moment came at the Battle of Gravelines. The English fleet used fire ships, vessels set alight and sent adrift, to break the Spanish formation. In the chaos, English ships unleashed deadly cannonades, devastating the Spanish ranks. Demoralized and disorganized, the Spanish Armada began a desperate retreat. However, their problems were far from over. Trapped between English pursuit and treacherous waters, many Spanish ships faced disaster. The remnants of the Armada struggled to return to Spain, taking a perilous route around Scotland and Ireland. Many ships were wrecked in storms, and countless sailors perished. The defeat of the Armada marked the decline of Spanish dominance and signaled the rise of England as a global sea power. It also bolstered the reputation of Elizabeth I and boosted national morale. This naval clash reshaped the future of naval warfare and established new standards in military tactics and shipbuilding. In England, the victory was immortalized in songs, stories, and plays. Writers and artists drew inspiration from this pivotal moment, framing it as a divine intervention in favor of the Protestant cause. King Philip II, consumed by religious fervor and ideology, underestimated the resilience and innovation of the English. His attempt to wage war was met with the harsh lessons of maritime unpredictability. Queen Elizabeth I's charismatic leadership was crucial. Her rallying speech at Tilbury became legendary, inspiring her people to stand united against the Spanish threat. The battle underscored the importance of lighter, faster ships. The English innovation in naval design marked a turning point in shipbuilding, influencing future fleets across the world. The human cost of the conflict was devastating. Thousands of lives were lost, and many families were affected by the absence of fathers and sons. The role of intelligence gathering was pivotal. Both sides utilized espionage extensively, with English spies gaining critical insights into Spanish plans and vulnerabilities. Religion was a core driver of the conflict. The clash was seen not just as a political and military showdown, but as a battle of ideologies between Catholicism and Protestantism. The economic ramifications were felt for decades. Spain's failed campaign drained its treasury, while England's victory enhanced its economic strength and prestige. The defeat shattered the myth of Spanish invincibility and altered perceptions of power dynamics in Europe. Post-Armada, England intensified its colonial ambitions, paving the way for the establishment of the British Empire. Natural elements played a decisive role. Storms and rough seas disrupted Spanish plans, highlighting nature's unpredictable power in naval warfare. Behind grand strategic maneuvers were personal stories of bravery, sacrifice, and tragedy amongst the sailors and commanders. The Armada's failure was a national trauma for Spain, forcing introspection and changes in military strategies. Sir Francis Drake emerged as a national hero. His tactics and daring exploits were celebrated, and he became a symbol of English naval prowess. Writers like William Shakespeare were influenced by the era, weaving elements of national pride and historical events into their works, influencing generations. Artists of the era captured the drama and tragedy of the Armada, creating lasting depictions that served as both propaganda and commemoration. The role of pilots and navigators was critical. Accurate navigation was vital in the unpredictable waters, and the expertise of seasoned seafarers was indispensable.